Hey guys, welcome back to another video. And the first thing for this week that we're going to quickly talk about, and everybody continues to keep asking us for them, but we've finally just had another batch arrive, is the Squid Trex. Guys, this thing is the most popular fishing lure on the market at the moment. Every time we get an order in, they absolutely sell out, and we've just had an order land, so they are live now on the website. Get your orders in quick because these things, they just don't last. And the best thing about them is they work, they catch fish, everybody's killing it on them. But guys, get onto Tackle West right now, order your Squid Trex, don't miss out. We've got a bunch of new products that have just come in. I'm really keen to show you some of the new ASWB lures that we've just received. Really nice, high-end, good quality GT lures. What else has come in? We've got some really nice stick baits from Bass Day that we're going to have a look at. And I'll just go through the store and give you a bit of a look at some of the newer items and restocked items that have just kind of come back in. Now, if you love GT fishing, then you got to check out this brand. It's called ASWB, Ando Saltwater Baits. Now, ASWB have been around for a fair while. He makes really good quality GT lures. They're actually very reasonably priced for how good of a quality lure that you're getting. They're timber lures. The paint jobs on them are absolutely outstanding. They're fully wired through. They swim good. They catch fish. They last. So some of the lures, the higher end Japanese lures, sometimes you catch a couple GTs on them. They really kind of start to deteriorate, but not with the ASWBs. I've used these for quite a number of years, and the finish always holds up. The lures always hold up, and they just catch fish. But guys, I want to show you this new range that we've got in, because we haven't actually stocked these ones before, and these are called the Guardi 120. Now they're a 240 millimeter stick bait. Great for throwing on kind of P8, P10 type of outfits for GTs, mackerel, even big tuna. But this is a floating stick bait, so the way this will work is it will sit on the surface and you'll sweep it with your rod tip and have a pause, sweep, pause, sweep. A very effective lure, and they come in some really outstanding colors. I think that's probably my favorite. Well, it's either this one or this one that is my favorite, but that pink swirl trout is a bloody ripper. He also does a really nice one there called the Pacific Pilly. That there with a bit of sun, you can just imagine how much that's going to glisten and how much reflection that's going to send off. The Fusilier color, you can't go wrong with a Fusy color. Got the nice silver speckle on the bottom. These two, so we have this one's called a Mahi Maniac, I believe. That's quite a really nice color. We've got a bit of a glow bottom on here. And then we have, I think it's a Lava Mahi, or I can't remember the name of that, but that's quite a nice bright color as well. But the Guardi, the F120 Guardi, that's a really nice lure to check out. I'm going to give you a look at a couple more of the ASWBs because there's some real unique designs there, and like these stick baits, if you love GT fishing, guys, seriously give these a crack. So check these things out. This is a Reef's Edge, still made by ASWB, but a Reef's Edge Atoll diving popper. Really cool, slightly different lure to a lot of other things on the market. But the thing with this lure is you actually kind of dive and sweep the popper, and it will create a really quite a large bubble trail, but the lure will go just under the surface when you sweep it. Now these things are really cool. They're available in 3 different sizes. So we have a big one here. They're about the big one's about 220, 230 mil long. We also have another medium size. This would be really good for kind of throwing on about P4, P5, possibly PE6 tackle. So it's a medium size lure. Some really cool colors. This is the pink sherbet trout. That's the blue line baitfish, I believe they call it. But this one's a real ripper. This one would be great for PE3 and PE4. A little small, it's about 130 to 150 millimeters long. So really good for that light tackle fishing. Really like this color. They call this Red Alert, and I just think that thing is going to stand out. A fish is going to see that from a mile away. They also have a really cool white bait pattern, but that's the Reef's Edge diving popper. Again, all of these lures, they're wired through, so you know, you can fish them on pretty heavy drag and be pretty confident that the lure is not going to fail. They all have really good quality belly swivels as well, so when you do hook a big fish, at least you know that lure, you know, it's going to withstand the punishment. And the good thing with the belly swivel is if you've got a GT with the hook in the side of its mouth, at least you've got some kind of movement there, so you know the lures, the hook is not going to get crushed and destroyed. But anyway, that's the Atoll. So we'll check out another one. I'm going to show you the Bungera stick bait. That one's a real ripper as well. This one is really cool. I do like this for P4, P5 kind of work. It is a floating stick bait. Really easy to use. It's got quite a fat head, if you can see. Not too sure how well you can see, but it's got quite a fat head with a slender tail. So this lure will actually sit like this in the water when you're on the pause, and you actually sweep it, and you will get the top of the lure to kind of come down and dart below the surface. Real easy to use, great for fishing shallow reefs, and you know, on that medium sized tackle. This is the F80 size that we have here, and that's the Fusilier color. I really do like his Fusy. You've got the nice reflective foil wing on that, so you know, you get a little bit of reflection from the sun, and that thing's just going to shine and glisten. Again, all fully wired through. They come with the belly swivels as well, and we got that real nice blue lined baitfish color as well, which, you know, a GT is just not going to be able to resist that. Now, next up, we're going to look at the Reef's Edge Rowie 130 popper. Now, these things, if you're trying to bring a GT in from a fair distance, or if you're fishing deep water and you just need to make some noise, get yourself one of these poppers, because look at the cup on this thing. It's bloody huge, and it really pushes a lot of water, makes a lot of noise, and the fish absolutely love them. Again, fully wired through construction, so real heavy duty belly split ring again, and some epic colors. These lures are available in 3 sizes, and every time we get a batch of these come in, they sell out really quick, because they do work exceptionally well. But like I was saying, there's 3 different sizes. So we have a 130 gram, really good for kind of P8, P10 GT rods. We've got 110 gram, so that's a really good P6 to P8 size lure. And they also are available in an 80 gram model, which is kind of more of like a P5 to P6 type of lure. So there's a couple of different sizes there for different fishing applications. But the Reef's Edge Rowie, I'll give you a bit of a look of all three sizes lined up, so you can kind of get an idea of the sizes of them. But guys, if you're after a popper that makes a lot of noise, and you know, you want something that's, you know, really good quality, get onto these. It's the Reef's Edge Rowie, and they're all available online at tacklewest.com.au. So the last lure from this range that I'm going to show you is the Reef's Edge, ASWB Reef's Edge Drop Off. Now this is a floating stick bait, and these things are available in 2 sizes. So we have them in an F100. Again, all that great range of colors. This one here is the Pacific Pilly. This is the M series, so we have that real reflective foil. And this is the Saury in the M series, which I really just absolutely love that color. There's so much reflection. It's a really good color to be using during the day when the sun's high and you really just want to kind of draw the fish up from the reef. But that's the F100 size, and they're also available in the F130. So the F stands for floating, and 130 is the 130 grams. It's about a 230 mil lure overall, and great for using on P6 to P8. Yeah, P6 to P8 tackle. A very effective lure when you want to fish on top of the reef, and it's very shallow. So sometimes you don't want to be using a sinking lure because you can get snagged. And generally with a sinking lure, you can't work it as slow as you can with one of these. So this will keep you in the strike zone for a little bit longer. But again, here's the two sizes, so you can see them side by side. That's the 100, that's the 130. And again, a real epic range of colors. And like I said, with all the ASWB, all the Reef's Edge lures, the finish is outstanding, guys. Like, you know, there's really not many imperfections in this paint job. And, you know, just all the lures, there's a lot of attention to detail on these lures. You know, they do a really good job, and they're reasonably well priced. You know, a lot of those high-end Japanese lures, you know, on average, they're $130 a lure. You know, $150 a lure. It's not uncommon to be paying that kind of money for high-end Japanese GT lures. But, you know, on average, the ASWB range, you know, this is $85, and, you know, I think it's really good value for money. So, guys, check out all the ASWB lures and the Reef's Edge lures at tacklewest.com.au. I'm going to link them all in the description here. So, if you want to try them out for yourself, get onto them. So, moving on from the big ASWBs, we've just received these stick baits in this week, and gotta say, these things are absolutely epic. So, this is a Bass Day Crystal Pencil. Really, really cool design on this lure. So it's got that clear acrylic. It's a fully wide through with, it's got quite heavy duty wire as well. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this, but real nice, thick, heavy duty wire. We've got heavy duty split rings, heavy duty trebles, and it's about, what is it? It's 120. So 120 millimeters long, 38 grams sinking, and it's just a really, really cool design. Great for long distance casting. You can see by the profile of the lure, it's going to cast really well. We've actually got the weight of the lure. If you can see, that's a little sinker in there, or molded lead. So the weight's at the back of the lure, so it's really going to actually propel like mad when you cast it. But this lure is going to be great for you know, targeting things like tuna when they're feeding on small bait fish. It's going to be really good for tailor and salmon from shore. You know, pretty much anything that eats a stick bait, I think these are going to be really good for. But just a really cool, slightly different lure to, you know, a lot of other things on the market. They are a premium quality Japanese made lure, so they're not the cheapest, but, you know, they're not over the top either, and they do come with good quality terminal. So I'll give you a quick look at it, just a couple more colours, because there's a couple real nice ones there. So this one here, we've got like a clear body with a chartreuse yellow head. We've got a little silver baitfish pattern at the back. And then this one here is really cool. This one would be great for the tuna, like I was talking about. When they're feeding on small bait, the whole of the lure is, you know, translucent, see-through, and we've just got the little bait fish at the back, tiny little bait fish looking thing. So that there is absolutely going to get smoked. And, you know, there's a couple standard colors. You know, you have your red head with your kind of clear silvery body, and there's also a really nice gold pattern. So check that one out there. Nice clear top and back, and nice gold stripe down the side. But guys, that's a really cool lure to check out. And yeah, like I said, if you like to, you know, test out different lures, the Bass Day Crystal Pencil, the 120 size, these are now in stock. We stock the whole range. You can come into both of our stores and buy them, or you can order them online at tacklewest.com.au. Next up, what I want to show you guys is a handy little thing that we've had come in this week, and it's really good for your light tackle anglers or your brim guys, and I just think it's a really good idea. But just tackle trays, so really helps keep all your lures organized. And you would have seen us, we've sold a very similar one to these before, but the whole idea behind these ones is the fact that they're different colors. You can store different lures in your box, and you'll immediately know, hey, the blue one's for little poppers, the green one's for diving minnows, the orange one's for stick baits. It's just a real handy, you know, little thing, you know, when you keep it in your tackle box, just to stay more organized. But very similar to another brand that we've sold before, the Miho cases. But these ones, like I said, they're different colors, but what they are is a divider case. So they're double-sided, so you can put lures on each side. This is the 86mm one, so you can fit 86mm lures back to back in these. And we also do them in a 110 size, so for your slightly larger topwater lures like Bass Day Sugar Pens, Zip Bait Skinny Pops, the larger size would be better for those. But just a handy little you know, tackle tray really. We've just got a bunch of them in, and yeah, I thought it was a really good idea having the different colors just so you can stay organized. But they're nice and cheap, and it's just a good way of organizing your lures in your tackle box. We're actually going to quickly have a look back at some ASWB stuff, because I just remembered that we just received another batch of some popular rods from ASWB. Now, there's a couple of models in the range that are actually quite nice casting rods, and I've got 3 here that I kind of want to give you a look at, because they're worth checking out if you do a bit of lure fishing. And you know, they make a PE3, a PE5 and a PE6 rod that I think is really useful for our fishing. So this is the LC series. Now this is a 7'4". This is the PE3 model, so it's 7'4", PE3, 30 to 50 gram cast weight. It's a 2-piece rod with a butt join, so you know, joins in the butt section. Real nice butt section as well. It's, you know, the grip's the perfect length. The foregrip's not too large. It's got a really good quality Fuji reel seat. You know, we've got the little ASWB check on it. Now they run all Fuji guides, and just a really nice fast actioned offshore casting rod. Great for, you know, light tackle fishing, you know, with a 6,000, 5,000 Saltiga, you know, go to the fads, a good rod for taking up north. They also do, in that LC series, a PE5 version, okay? So the PE5 version is 7'4" as well, which is a really good length for out of the boat. It's not too long and it's not too short. You'll get a really good casting distance with a 7'4" rod. Now this lure here, it'll cast from 40 to 100 grams, which is, you know, a decent size. And you know, running PE5 line, you could probably fish this rod here. You could fish it with either a 6,000 size Saltiga, or you could even fish it with an 8,000 size Saltiga, because the grip is slightly larger than what the PE3 model is. Again, we've still got the really good quality Fuji reel seat, and this reel seat, once you tighten that down on your reel, they really do lock in place. So that's the LC series. They're both in stock. You can order them online. Bear in mind, with these rods, we only do keep them at our Osborne Park store. So if you were wanting to come and check one out, you'd need to make sure that you come to Osborne Park and not to Beckingham. The next one I'm going to show you is I picked this rod up during the week and had a bit of a play with it, and actually quite impressed with this rod. And this is an ASWB GT Tamer. Now, this is the new model. So there's a PE10, there's a PE8 rod. They're really good GT rods, but this is a PE6 rod. And I gotta say, I reckon this one's the nicest one that they've actually produced. And it's 7'10" long, so really good casting distance. This will be great for GTs, mackerel, tuna, those types of fish. But you'll get a really good casting distance with this rod. And they rate this to cast 60 to 100 grams, PE4 to 6. Ideally suited really well with like a 14,000 size Certate or 14,000 size Saltiga. Again, we have the good quality Fuji reel seat, real nice long foregrip and a nice long butt, so you know you can really fight the fish and be comfortable. I really like his logo, how he's got it right there on the bottom of the rod in the join. But again, all Fuji guides, really solid componentry, really just a well finished rod, and you know, just a really nice action on this. I was actually quite impressed when we had these arrive, because they're quite nice. But if you're looking for something slightly different and you know you want to try something else out, then get onto these. This is the ASWB GT Tamer, and you can check out all the ASWB rods at tacklewest.com.au. So we've just had a big restock of Tasline. Now, Tasline is a premium quality 8-strand braid. It's silky smooth. It doesn't have any coatings or additives, so it's just a standard white color. It's really soft, it casts really well. It actually packs onto your reel quite flat, so you fit a lot of braid. You'll actually fit more Tasline on your reel than, like, say, some other braids in the same PE ratings, because the way that it packs onto the spool. But we've just had a really big restock of this, and this is probably, it's up there with one of our most popular lines at the moment, because it's really good for guys drone fishing, really good for guys GT fishing. It's a good jigging line, but obviously because the braid is white, it's probably not as popular for guys that are jigging, because you can't really count your line down right. But if you want a really good quality line that's made in Australia, which still surprises me that they can make something this good, in Australia. Generally this quality of line, you really only see it come from Japan. The Tasline, it's extremely popular, and guys, we've got this in pretty much, majority of sizes, in majority of lengths as well. So we have this in the 150 meter rolls, we have it in 300 meter rolls, 400 meter rolls, 600 meter rolls, and 1,000 meter rolls. So if you're looking to get your reels re-spooled, bring them in. We can spool them up on the machine, pack them on nice and tight, or you can order it online through the website. Just make sure when you're putting braid on at home that you're putting it on with enough tension. But guys, full restock of Tasline Elite braid at both of our stores, Beckenham and Osborne Park, and of course it's online, so you can order it and we can post it out to you. But that's the other one that we've got, the hollow as well. So this is the hollow braid. We keep the hollow in PE8 and PE10, and they come in 1,000 meter rolls. So for the guys that are game fishing and want to kind of top shot their reels with mono, the hollow one is ideal for that. So the last thing I'm going to show you for this week, and it's just a really, really handy tool to have in your box. We've just got them finally back in stock, is the little line pullers. Now this thing is a really handy tool for tying your FG knots or tying any braid to mono knots. So I'm just going to quickly grab our demo one over here and give you a quick look at it. Here it is. This is the one we use in the shop all the time, and you can see just how much it's been used. But it's 2 pieces. It's got a thread on it. Okay, and pretty much you wrap your braid and your nylon around it, pull it tight. You're not cutting your fingers, you're saving your fingers, and you're actually, tying and forming the knot better than what you would ever be doing by pulling it just by hands. Now, it's really easy to keep in your tackle box. It's just a handy tool, and they're back in stock now. You screw them together, throw it in your tackle bag, and away you go. But check them out on the website. And that pretty much wraps it up for this week, guys. Thanks for all the support. Thanks for the support on watching all the videos as well. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel, guys, really appreciate if you could give us a like and subscribe to the channel, because that all helps. But I will, I'm pretty much going to go and shut the shop up now, and I'm going home. But if I don't see you in store, I'll see you out in the water. Cheers, guys.